Alright, so I'm just going to explain this real quick if you want to set up your own automated server kind of thing. First of all, you need to download and install Sakuli IDE and link in description. I will probably also put a link to a video that I watched through that shows how to install it. So I'm going to put a link in the description as well to this script that I have. And you'll have to copy and paste that into a new new script in Sakuli, and you'll have to edit all of these images because you won't have them, and you'll also have to edit the region. All of these images that are listed here, and none of the other stuff you'll have to edit. The only thing that you might want to add to this is possibly a hotkey to disable this infinite loop. Right now I'm just closing the command line window when I want to stop it, but for now this works for me. And you can add some other stuff in here. You'll have to research how to use Sakuli. But right now, if it fails a bunch of checks, then it'll close distance. You will have to be careful because it is checking for app name called distance. So if you have like a YouTube video open with distance in the name, it'll focus to that YouTube video instead of the game sometimes. So watch out for that. You can put the address to the distance exe here instead of the just distance name, which should work as well. And this will work on Mac and Linux. It runs off Java, so it'll run on any PC. Alright, so first you're going to want to download the images. I have a link in the description for an album. There you can download all the images that I'm using. And you'll just want to stick them in these same places. Let me go through them real quick. Next graphic is on the results screen. When the results screen shows up, then it'll show the next graphic, and that'll cue this event right here, which is down here, next graphic. It's scanning for the next graphic all the time, and then it's going to go to the next map event, which is this. The next thing is the starting graphic on the after the loading screen, and after all the people have either downloaded the map or loaded, then it'll say starting match instead of waiting for players. I have it scanning for that image. You can use whatever image you want. That's what I'm using. And then for the lobby scanning, I'm checking for the ready button. And you'll want to select a region. Since I've got 3 monitors, I just have the center monitor selected, but if you want to do separate regions for each of the graphics, you can do that. I just suggest selecting you'll hit the region button up here, and let me just show you. You hit the region button, and then you can't see this, but you'll drag and select a little region window, and then it'll show up red right there. And that's how you select a region, and it'll show up here, and you just put that in between these parentheses, and that'll be the region that this script will scan for these images. Same thing for the images. You just hit insert image and then find the image that you want to insert there. For these, they don't have to be in between anything. Just remove whatever it says here in the script. It should be something like it's probably like quotes, and it'll say like image 2 underscore 3 PNG or something, whatever I have them named as. You just replace those and insert an image up here. Same for these. These have to be in between the parentheses. If you notice, this one specifically has an 8.0 in the corner, and if you mouse over it, it says similar 0.8. Let me put it up here a little ways so you can see in the zoomed in portion in the bottom corner. It says similar point 8 right there, and if you click on it, it will open this window where you can see, let me make it a little smaller so I can put it up in the zoomed in region. And you can see the image, and if you go to matching preview, this tab, and you look down here, you can set a threshold. So for this specific image, I have it set at 0.8. The default is 0.7. I have it set at 0.8, so it doesn't detect things like the sprint graphic or anything similar to that. I just have it turned up, and afterwards is a 20-second delay. So it's waiting for 20 seconds after hitting enter for the level select to show up. If it doesn't find it, then it'll just kill the script automatically. You can do something similar to what I have down here with a try and accept thing, where if it doesn't find this image in 10 seconds, then it'll do this other stuff. You could do that, the same thing for this. I just don't, because at that point the script's probably broken if it doesn't find the level select menu within 20 seconds. So I just want it to kill the script if it doesn't find it. The next one down here is for the sprint image. It's waiting 10 seconds to find the sprint image after trying to begin the match, which is, this is on the loading screen before the players separately are loading. This is on the graphical texture loading screen, and it's waiting 10 seconds to find that. If it doesn't find it after trying to begin the match, then it'll attempt it again, and same thing, it'll try to detect the loading screen. If it doesn't do that, then it'll restart the server, and then you have to have a start server graphic. I also have a 10-second delay, not delay, but 10 seconds allowing it to check for that graphic to appear on the screen, well, within the region, and you can set whatever you want on the new server screen that you want it to check for. I just have the start server button, and that's about it for the script. What you want to do after you set all the images and after you set your region, you want to save it, and what it'll save as is a folder. I've got a couple of folders. What you want to do is come down here in whatever script folder you want it to be in, put another slash, and then name it automated server. And I already have a folder here. Name that, and then just hit save. It saves as a folder, and here's my folder with scripts in it. When you install Socoli, it'll be a .cmd, at least on Windows, and I just have a scripts folder here. So my automated server save is right here, and what you need to do after that is, after saving it as a folder, you need to export the pack source, and this will save it as a SKL. I can't move this higher up enough to get it in the zoomed in region, but it'll save as a SKL, and I just have it saved as the same name. And after you have that saved, mine is right here, automated server.skl. You want to make a batch file to run this. You don't have to. You can just run it straight from the command line, but I just think it's easier to have something to double click on. And in this batch file, I just have, you have to run Socoli, which is the run CMD, and then -R to run an SKL script, and then I just have the full path to it. and then when you double click that, it will run this window, which starts the script, and now it's running. And then all I do to quit the script, because it's in an infinite loop, I just hit the X to close it. You could set a hotkey or something if you want to. I haven't got around to that, but that's pretty much it. And then you just want to open the game, and before you start the script, make sure that you start a server and the server's set to sprint, and make sure your level select is set on all levels instead of just officials or just community levels. Make sure it's on officials, because right now this script's set up to this bit right here is creating a playlist of all the official maps. This bit right here. You could edit this if you want to do some community maps or something. Between this spacebar and the V is where it enters the maps. The key home is for it to go to the very top of the list in the level select, so it would start at broken symmetry. You can edit this bit right here before the while loop, and that'll before the spacebar, and it'll and you can set whichever maps you want, as long as they're in a constant position where you'll be able to get to that map after coming out of the playlist and getting back to the lobby, as long as you're able to do that. So you'll typically probably want to use home when you first get back to the lobby, so that you can have a constant selected map, and then you can go from there however far down you want to move before hitting enter down to find your maps. And that's about it. Just make sure you have your level select set up prior to starting the script, and or even go ahead and start the first map in your playlist before you start the script, and it'll just run through. You don't even have to use the lobby bit at all. You could just start the script and run through all the maps in the game if you have them all downloaded, and then it'll only use the next map and the inner spectate scripts. And if that's all you need, then that's all that'll run. And that's about it. Just make sure you edit these images to be what you want, especially the region. And yeah, that's about it.